Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pichonnière Valley. So we're going to make a start in this field here, where if we go and click that, that'll open the gate. We do have Black Sheep Modding make this amazing thing here where we can, what will it be to toggle it? So we just left click on the mouse, you'll see that the whole fence is removed, and also there is no collision on this pole either. But at the click of the mouse again, it's straight back on and we have all our collisions again. So for the time being, we are going to leave this on, I think. So right, let's move this down and we can start to get this unfolded. So like I said, we're just going to carry on to see how our worker gets on down at that bottom ploughing for the time being. And also, I have added a few more mods into the save game, which does mean that this windrower, we want to return it because we have a different one. The forage wagon, we have a different one as well. So we're going to return that. We also do have some different mowers, but we are just going to keep hold of these ones. I haven't loaded it down, that's why it's not cutting. We're just going to keep hold of these ones because then it gives us something to be able to cut the grass. Because the other mowers, it is a front and a rear mower, which they were in FS22. They're not. I had to find them searching online because they're not quite yet on the. Well, none of the mods that I've added in are quite on the mod hub just yet. Where, if you would like, I can leave a link down below because I did download the 2 or 3 of them off the modders' itch pages. So, anyways, I'll leave that one to you lot. Leave a comment below if that's what you would like. But anyways, we will get cracked on. We will get this cut, which I'm hoping this tractor can pull it all right. Seems to be struggling, but it's not too big. So I think I'm going to turn periodic ploughing off, is my opinion. And I also think, I jumped out of the tractor there. I also think, let's just turn this off, lift it up. We're going to return this now. We seem to struggle with that for some reason, only going uphill though. So let's return that and let's go on to our settings. So periodic ploughing, let's turn that off. Which does also mean we could look to sell the plough. So it's only £13,000, so it's not a lot at all. So let's just take this tractor up to the top here. We'll take the Massey Ferguson and the plough to the dealership. We'll get that sold because I want to make hay in here. And I would also like to, depending on the season and whether we can do it, but I should imagine we should be able to put some barley in. Where are we? Okay, so we're going winter. Okay, so winter barley is next month, which is fine. We've got loads of new things. I'd quite like to put I should really look at what stuff is. Some mustard would be nice at some point. Some clover. We may put that in at some point. It all depends. Obviously, we need to buy another field. We may be able to put one into our grass. But yeah, that's just really struggling there. So let's take him off. I'll just sort this field out quickly. And now we'll make our way to the shop. We'll get this sold and possibly... Oh, we've got that front weight. Just so that, what do we need? We need the tedder. So we should be fine. We'll go sell the plow and we will lease ourselves a tedder. I'm just trying to think because we'll need... I may have to drop this plow off at the yard. I'm going to have to go do that now. So I've dropped the weight off just in case there is... Because I don't know what the prices of things are going to be. And if they're cheap enough, we might as well start to look to buy stuff, especially making this 13, possibly even 15, considering we are going to the dealership. That is one way. So let's go this way around. I'm hoping this is the dealership. Let's try to find where we can pull this in. Just here. I love this attention to detail. Yeah, you look at this. You've got your tractors in here. The wheels are off. Well, there's a wheel off there. Yeah, it's all little things like that which make the game, certainly for myself, make it awesome. That's a cool windrower. I don't know how modern that is though or not. But right, let's go here. So we're getting an extra £1,000 odd. So let's repaint it and repair and get this sold. So 15,213. And then let's go on to here. So we want to go tedders. We have a few small ones in here. It's just whether, so that's 2.7, 2.7. Oh, they are fairly small. Oh, well, that's definitely a no. I am thinking it may have to be this one. Cover, what's the... Oh, cover over the rakes. I probably should have tried to look to see if there's any more to do. But right, £3,500. Let's just lease that because we're doing it once. Let's now we go mowers. I'm hoping... Here we go. So these are the ones that I'm looking to get. So £5,300 and the front ones are £2,100. So we're going from 4 metre cutting width to... Is that going to be 7 including that? I don't quite know, to be fair. But if we get the tedder, we got the windrower. Where... We're going to go for the Vermeer one. I think that looks slightly older. But we're going to go for that one. Oh, £15,000. Right, we're going to lease that, I think. Now, if we hop into here, the annoying thing is we can't bring both the windrower and the tedder back because the tedder is a tow behind. It's not a mounted one. Anyways, we'll have to pick this tedder up. We can go ted the field and then we can get it windrowed. And what we may do is we can sort of role play it a bit while moving to next month. We can sort of pretend that it's dried out properly, and that doesn't fold up. The little John Deere is perfect for these sort of jobs, but we might as well use this because it's the quickest tractor we have to going backwards and forwards to the shop. So we turn that on. Wow, that's left a big lump in the gateway. But right, there's nothing really much more to do. Then we'll get cracked on with this and start making ourselves some hay, because then at least we can go, especially for calves. I would like to try and get the calf barn going. And that's our tedding done. So I just realised, did I lease the windrower, or did I just buy the front mower, which I completely forgot to bring back. So let's go to here. Yeah, I did lease the windrower. So what I think I'm going to have to do, that's 120 horsepower. That's 100, so I can't really set our worker on just to cultivate that field. But if we have a look, because I did add, I'm hoping I did add, I could use one of these smaller ones, but I don't really want to use them. That's 2.8, 3 meters. What have we got? We've got that one, that's 4.2. The one that I thought I added in doesn't seem to be in, unless it was that one. I don't know, to be fair. Anyways, we can't use, so this is the one that we have, which can be unfolded. Obviously, we can't use our work. And did I buy, apologies, going backwards and forwards, did I buy the tedder, or did I just lease it? Okay, so I just leased all this equipment. So we'll leave this in the yard. We will bob back, get the windrower, and then we can get this windrowed. And then I don't know whether we should. Obviously, with Alma, we are going over with disc harrows over ploughed fields to sort them out. But maybe, just maybe, it probably won't be. We shouldn't do that in here, especially because we're not working with precision ploughing. This is definitely something that we are going to buy later down the line, but I just cannot bring myself to spend £15,000 already. Well, so soon, let's say. And with this, we want to go, because I think the best thing to do is to bale it, which leads me on to, where are forage wagons? So this is the one that I have found, which I'm sure, has it got a pickup? It should have a pickup hitch. But yeah, if we're going to use forage wagons, yeah, that should drop down there. This is the one that we'll use, which I haven't edited that, but if that's what the modder says for it to be, that's what we'll use. But baler-wise, we are going to use the Clas Roland, which obviously there's £12,000. So it just shows you how sort of prices. Yeah, we're on 20,000, but with 2 machines, we've spent all our money, and then and then even more so, and we've got no products to sell, or especially at the minute, we've got no products to sell. So the next time we go on the shop menu, I will return the tedder, because I can't see us doing any more tedding this year, definitely. Right, let's get this unfolded. And this should be a fairly big working width. And you don't need to turn these on, if I'm right. Yeah, that's just put them down, and your momentum is what guides them. There was one on 22. Was it I forget what it was called now. The Russell Mash or something, where it only cost like £1,000. It was exactly the same as this. That was brilliant. Right, we now just need the baler to do this, but I also want, so if we go here, let's do I buy this? This is what makes it so hard, is having so little money, because well, they're 11.50 and 12, so that's 23.50, so we won't be able to afford both of them. We also need, so well, we may be able to use the muck grab to move the bales. We'll just have to see. Let's go and lease this just for now. I'm hoping to get out of this leasing phase as soon as possible. And if we go, so we don't need the tedder again, so let's return that. Let's return the windrower. But we're also going to have to look at some sort of barrel. So let's have a look. So that's water and milk. What are these ones here? They must be to do with the mod, maybe. We could go for that one. 6,000 litres, that's only 3,000. That's 5,000. I would say probably the classic barrel's the one we want to look at getting. This is all it is to get water to the calf barn, because that's what I would like to try and get done today. If I can get that done, that'd be brilliant. Let's just go slurry tankers. So that's 14,000. So realistically, I'm looking at trying to get this Marshall later on. And if I was to get this Marshall, it can do water as well. So it means I would be able to sell this. But there's not much difference there. But that can do slurry if we need to. I think let's put wide tyres on. I think let's buy that, because we can do water and slurry, which means we can fertilise our grass fields. And what we'll want to do is go bale the hay first. We then want to see whether we can use our little John Deere. You can use the muck grab. If that can move the bales, that would be epic. So let's put this on and let's get back to the farm. I am just trying to remember. I'm sure that John Deere has a front loader on it, or I hope so. We've got no front loader on this Massey. This could be. Yeah, I hope it does have a front loader on. But right, if we turn this on, drop it down. This seems to be loads of grass here, and for 125 bales, I would imagine this will load up fairly quickly. We've got the round bale extension mod, and we've got the unload bales early mod. So those two is the thing. Those two mods are just quality of life. They make life so much easier. But anyways, let's get this baled, and I'll see what happens with the John Deere. I'll try to do all that in this time lapse. Well, that has worked very well. I think the only thing I don't need to do is I don't need to put the grab down on the front, because I've done that and it just seems to have pushed that bale out the way. So we can save some money there with not having to buy a bale spikes or tines, at least not just for the time being. Yeah, he was just saying that's just knocked it clean off. And that in there. So what's food wise? 9,000, just shy of 10,000 litres. We can get 33 in here. So what is a bale trailer go for? Okay, I definitely have some cheaper ones than that in here somewhere. They cost a fortune. 11,012. Let's go down to here. I must have some. I've got all sorts of things in there put into here, but no. What's that? Huh, it's a plow. Where am I looking? I need to find. I'm sure I've got some different trailers. I think that will be very good for eggs later on down the line. But let me just try find these. So this is the trailer I am after. And what sort of barriers do we want to go for with this? Smooth, or I think they're probably a bit better. We'll buy this because that will come very much in handy. So with that bought, we'll leave this here. There's a tiny bit of hay I have left up at that top there, but when we next use the forage wagon, I think we'll just gather it up then, you know, or when we next have a baler going, use it at that time. I was rather hoping as well, if we go, this I had to go into here to find it. Where is balers? It was square balers. I was hoping to maybe have a look at using something like this. And going down with the hand, down the hand route. But for £14,000, and this baler here is cheaper than that, and we get bigger bales out of it. It just didn't seem logical. This is the part I don't like about having to lease everything, is at the minute we are backwards and forwards from this shop all the time, and we are going to ask the shop to very kindly put that water tanker onto this trailer, because once we've done that, we will be able to buy some CALFS, and I think that'll be a very good way to end. They haven't put it on brilliantly for us, but as long as it gets us back, then that's all I'm too bothered about. But yeah, we're starting to make a very good start for us. We've bought a few bits of equipment. Obviously, we're leasing loads, you know, but for a start and to make sure that we can be somewhat self-sufficient, we're not doing too bad. If I went this... No, that's taking me miles up my way. I was going to just see if we went that way, would that make any difference? But no. So we are going to leave the bale collection until the next episode, but what I will do, just for space, if we pull this into here and take the straps off, let's go find this. We will see whether this, we'll try not to pop a tyre, but if we can get it off with the grab, we can then go get some water to there, to our calf barn, and get it all filled up. Let's just close that grab just for a bit of safety for now. And let's see how well this works. I have a feeling it may need we may need to ram it off the side and go from there. Right. If we can get, this is my thinking. Can we get the tines under there and close it on? Nope. If we go like this, that's not gonna work. What if we reverse? That is not moving at all. This thing weighs an absolute ton. But right, if we, I imagine it could be down this little track here. I hope we're not doing wheelies there, are we? No, we're not. That's all right. Down this track and to the left, I think gets us to this pond, which a few trips into here, and it should fill up our calf barn. just as long as it is not too deep. It's probably better to reverse into here than going in as we are. Okay, that's not loading up just yet. Let's now reverse into here and wait till the warning, shall we? Uh-oh. I'm sure that said it could have it. Yeah, it takes water. So can we not fill up from water from the map? Or do we have a water source up at the farm? Bale and pallet. No, I want that one, whatever that one is. So that's liquid manure. I don't know what that one does. We'll chance it. We'll put a water source up at the yard, and if we can't load out of that, we'll delete it and refund ourselves. And then what we'll just have to do, I imagine, is just do the easy dev. You know, like go down to the pond or something, or go to a water source that we have. Easy dev it in, but obviously do the drive itself, so that at least it's making it so that we have been there. Right, if we go up to here, we will just have a quick look in the construction menu into here and containers. That's very handy. Will this one work here? So if we put this, where's going to be out of the way? That's the manure point. Can I put it just here? What do we have? I'm going mad here. Yeah, B for free mode. Let's just put that there. And let's just hope that this will now fill up. It'd be amazing if it did do now. So pull up to there. Brilliant, it has done. Oh, and that, the other percentage bar, that must be for the grab. But right, we will do a few spins round on here because I don't know how much water this will actually take. Calf barn, water. Okay, won't say unless we're out of the tractor, I would have said. But we'll get this first load in, and whilst this is unloading, we can have a look. This tractor's perfect for this job, as long as I don't drive into the door with the, with the muck grab. So where can I tip water? Water is not... Oh, it's down this end, isn't it? There. Dump water into there, and we can get 10,000 litres of water. So 3 loads, and then that will have this full. So very fast empty as well. And this is load number 3. So this won't fill it, but I don't want to fill up the tank again, because if we do fill up this tank again, it will leave us with some water in. But right, with that going on, let's go to here and see how many calves we can actually get in this building. So it says we can do 30. We want Holstein. And I can't go too crazy yet. If we go for 15, that's £3,750. So it's not a huge amount of money, and it should mean that it shouldn't be too much work to look after them, I wouldn't have thought. So here's our water in the buckets. Where is that? Must be the hay along the front here for them. And yeah, that's quite nice. And do they have... No, so it's only manure. So that may be something in time. We'll have to get ourselves a little manure spreader. But buying these smaller bits of equipment now, I think that will hold us in very, very good stead. So let's drop that off. Like so. We'll go up to the top. I want to have a look. I've never actually been into the house yet and find this sleep trigger, because depending on time, which I'll have a look, we can at least go and get the barley drilled, and then in the next episode we can look at rolling it and sorting all of our bales out. And where is our car? Up here? We do have a car somewhere. Hey, there it is. Quite a nice little workshop, that. And now let's go into the house. Our kitchen. Very old school fridge. This is beautiful. Look at that, especially that for a log burner. But interestingly, we go up there. You'd have thought it may just pop out straight there. Right, where are our triggers? Okay, let's keep going. So sleep triggers here. Wardrobe trigger here. That's a nice bath. Just a shame, no shower. I couldn't deal with that, not having a shower. Right, let's jump into here. We'll sleep till 8 o'clock. And we'll see if this John Deere, if we can use that to drill with. I forgot to return the baler. So we've just had to pay a leasing fee on that, which is annoying. Because at the minute, every penny counts. So where is our drill is down. Ooh, the drill is down here. We'll go get this put onto here. And I'm sure this should be able to do it. It's only a tiny drill. It'll be more, I think, with it being a ploughed field. I think that's what will more cause us problems. And this wheat, it's all just for our chickens. So at the minute, everything that we are growing isn't actually going to make us any money. And I think the eggs, by the sounds of it, we won't be able just to hang on to them and store them. I'd imagine we'll have to just sell them as and when we've got any, just to make sure that the bank balance is ticking over ever so slightly. Because you think it wasn't long ago, well, start of this episode when we sold the plough, we were £20,000. We're now down to just shy of 7. Right, let's change this to barley. We'll get down this bottom and just see whether this is doable. And obviously, because we're not using GPS and steering assist, I will be doing the headland first and then doing the middle. So, oh, I'm just on barley. Is that why it can't do it? Do I need to go through to winter barley? Yes. Alright, let's turn that on and let's drop this down and just see how well this goes. Which at the minute, 7 miles an hour. That's brilliant. So just this last little bit, and then that is this field, I presume, done. I may have missed 1 or 2 little bits, but we will just have a look. So we lift that up and go on to here. Growth. So I've missed a little bit there, but apart from that, I have covered the majority of the field. And out of interest, what is to field 6? That's 33. Field 7 will be one that we want to buy. 61. We could be a long time till we're buying some more fields. But right, this drill can now be put away. And what I'll have to have a look at is rollers next to see whether we can roll it. We shouldn't need to weed it. The barley field because it is being ploughed, but we are going to have to look at something like this, which these are all 3 meters, but I assume we can join onto the side there if we really wanted. So that will be the roller that we'll go for to begin with, and then like I say, we can always add more and more and more. We've got these bales to tidy up at some point, and if we go to this barn, we have 1,500 litres of slurry, and it's going to be the slurry that I'm going to rely on to fertilise our grass fields and the manure that we'll get up there. But yeah, I'm going to have to rely on that to do these fields because I don't particularly want to buy any. But anyways, on that note, I would just like to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the episode, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.